Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something super important for dominating the pitch in Blue Lock Rivals, the different types of flows and how they can seriously impact your gameplay. If you've been playing for a while, you probably know that having the right flow can give you massive boosts and change the entire dynamic of your matches. Whether you're trying to enhance your speed, boost your shots, or just get that extra edge over your opponents, the right flow can make all the difference. But which flows are actually worth your time? That's exactly what we're going to explore today. We've put together a Blue Lock Rivals tier list to rank each flow and break down what each one does. Trust me, knowing the ins and outs of these flows can take your game to the next level. Some flows are game changers while others, well, not so much. But don't worry, we've got you covered. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which flows to prioritize and how to use them to boost your performance on the pitch. So, grab a seat and let's jump right into it. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking flows in Blue Lock Rivals. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching! The flows in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Lightning and Puzzle. Alright, let's talk about the C-tier flows in Blue Lock Rivals. Now, I know what you're thinking, why even bother with C-tier? But trust me, we've all been there. These flows are a bit on the weaker side, so if you're really trying to go hard and make a statement, they might not be your best bet. Still, sometimes you gotta use what you got until you unlock something better, right? First up, we've got Lightning. Sure, it shoots with more power, but don't expect to blow anyone away with this one. It's a rare rarity with a 45% roll chance, meaning it's not impossible to get, but it's not exactly the easiest pick either. Don't get too comfortable relying on it for the long haul. You can definitely do better with a bit of luck. Next, there's Puzzle. Now, this flow increases your speed, which sounds pretty cool, right? It's got that rare rarity vibe again with a 45% roll chance, so it's a solid pick if you need that extra burst of movement. But again, just like Lightning, don't expect it to carry you through the tough matches. It's a nice boost, but it won't make you a legend overnight. So here's the deal. C-tier flows are kind of like that extra snack you grab when you're too lazy to cook a real meal. They'll do the job in a pinch, but if you're aiming for greatness, you're going to want to level up to something better. Keep an eye out for those higher tier flows, and trust me, your gameplay will thank you for it. The flows in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Gale Burst and Genius. Alright, let's dive into some of the best B-tier flows in Blue Lock Rivals. These flows are perfect if you're just starting out and looking for something to help you get through the early stages. Sure, they might not have the raw power of higher tier flows, but they're definitely reliable and can give you that solid boost to build your team up. Think of them as the stepping stones before you unlock the really game-changing abilities. Let's kick things off with Gale Burst. This one's all about speed and stamina. When activated, it lets you release shots faster, which is super helpful when you're trying to keep up the pressure on your opponents. On top of that, it gives you a nice stamina regen boost, so you're not just taking shots faster, but you're also not running out of gas halfway through a match. It's an epic rarity with a 40% roll chance, meaning you have a decent shot at getting your hands on it. Next up is Genius. This one's a total team player. When you activate it, everyone on your squad gets a sweet 30% flow boost. That's huge for keeping your team in the game and ensuring everyone's at their best. If you're looking to support your teammates and help them level up their gameplay, Genius is your go-to. Just like Gale Burst, it's also an epic rarity with a 40% roll chance, so you've got a good shot at snagging it. Now, while both of these flows are fantastic for beginners and can definitely carry you through the early game, remember, they're not going to carry you forever. As you get better and start progressing, you'll want to aim for higher tier flows that give you even more insane advantages. But for now, enjoy the support they bring to your team, and remember that every step counts as you climb your way up. The flows in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Monster, King's Instinct, and Demon Wings. Alright, let's talk about some of the coolest flows in Blue Lock Rivals, the A-tier ones to be exact. These flows might not be at the top of the food chain, but trust me, they're far from useless. They're like that reliable friend who might not always steal the spotlight, but you know they've got your back when things get tough. So, if you're rocking one of these, you're in good hands. Let's dive into why they're so great and why they still deserve a place on your team. First up, we've got the Monster Flow. This one's all about speed. When you've got the ball, you don't have to worry about your movement slowing down. No speed reduction. Yes, you read that right. You can sprint across the field like a beast without feeling like you're dragging a weight behind you. Plus, it has a pretty sweet perk with a shorter dribble cooldown, so you can make quick, sharp moves to throw off defenders. This one's an epic rarity with a 40% roll chance, so it's not too hard to get, and when you do, it's a game changer. Next up, let's talk about King's Instinct. Sounds pretty intense, right? Well, it lives up to the name. When you tackle another player, they stay on the floor for longer, giving you that extra window of opportunity to charge forward or take a shot. You also get a nice boost in shot power, which means your kicks are stronger and more difficult to block. It's like having an edge in both defense and offense, truly a powerful combo. Like Monster, this one is an epic rarity with a 40% roll chance, so it's fairly accessible. Now let's get into something a little more flashy. Demon Wings. You know how they say you should aim for the stars? Well, with Demon Wings, you're literally aiming for the sky. These wings increase your jump height, making your headers stronger and your shots more powerful. It's like turning every leap into a potential game-winning moment. And since this is a legendary rarity flow, it's a little harder to get, with only a 5% roll chance. But hey, if you're lucky enough to get your hands on it, the boost it gives to your aerial game is totally worth it. While these flows might not be at the top tier, they're still highly effective, especially if you're still building your roster. You're not going to feel outmatched or underpowered with any of these. The Monster and King's Instinct flows give you that mix of speed and aggression, making you a threat on both sides of the field. Meanwhile, Demon Wings lets you take advantage of those higher aerial shots to outplay opponents who aren't expecting it. But here's the thing, you don't need to rush straight for an S-tier flow to make a difference. Sometimes A-tier flows like these can work just as well, especially when combined with the right strategy and playstyle. With a little practice, you'll be able to maximize these flows to their fullest potential. So, whether you're breezing past defenders with Monster, knocking players down with King's Instinct, or flying high with Demon Wings, these A-tier flows have got what it takes to make your game stronger. Keep them in your rotation, and you might just find they're the secret weapon you've been looking for. The flows in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Wildcard. Alright, let's talk about the ultimate game changer in Blue Lock Rivals, the S-tier flows. If you're aiming to dominate the field, these flows are where you want to be. Seriously, whether you're trying to block every shot as a goalkeeper or score like a legend as a striker, these flows have got you covered. You can't go wrong with them, and trust me, once you get your hands on one, it's like unlocking the secret sauce to success. First up, we've got the Wildcard flow. Imagine this, you get a random boost in stamina, speed, or strength, whichever one you need the most at that moment. But here's the kicker. It's got the potential to activate a jackpot, giving you all 3 boosts at once. That's right, all 3. It's a legendary rarity, which means it's not something you'll see all the time, but when it hits, it's a game changer. And with just a 5% roll chance, it's like having a tiny bit of magic in your pocket. But here's why the wildcard is so fun. It keeps you on your toes. You never quite know what you're going to get, and that unpredictability adds some spice to every match. Will you get the perfect boost, or will you hit the jackpot and become an unstoppable force? Either way, it's always worth the gamble. So, if you're looking to be a game-winning hero, keep an eye out for this flow. It's one of the best ways to flex your skills and keep your opponents guessing. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.